Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm an intuitive reader and a spiritual medium, and I am really excited to give you a message for the fire signs. This is for Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Before we get to your message, I wanted to invite you to a special concert that's going to be happening next Friday, the 24th of July at 7 o'clock Mountain Time. I'm also a professional pianist, and I've really missed playing live shows, playing live concerts for people. So my duo partner and I are putting together this awesome program of classic rock reimagined for the piano, the ukulele, and the guitar. So we'd love to see you there. The link's in the description below. It's going to be streamed over YouTube. And yeah, so we'll look forward to seeing you there. Alrighty then, your reading. So energy around you this week, we've got the Six of Cups. And the way you feel about it is the Ace of Swords. So there's been a little bit of reflection on the past. There may have been even some people from the past or some activities, or maybe you stumbled across something that jogged a memory of the past. But you've examined the past with new eyes, and you're like, you know what? It's a new phase. I'm ready to go forward in a new way. And you make the decision that this is going to happen. And I love this because everything follows out of that. We've got the Five of Wands going into the Ace of Cups and going into the Star. So the Five of Wands is an interesting card to have here, a little bit of contention. And what we're talking about is some people may not like this direction you're going. Some people may not be happy with this direction you're going because you're changing and you're going to show up in a different way. And like I said, we had the past come up and you're like, nope, done with it, new phase. And so this card is saying, go for it. You may have to struggle a little bit. You may feel like this is an uphill battle, but you're up for it. Fire signs are always up for a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of a fight. Run as far as you can, as fast as you can towards this Ace of Cups, this self-love, that bit of compassion and this opening up for yourself of a new space. So the reason why we need to have compassion for yourself is that, again, people pulling at you to be different, you needing to see, you know what, this is the direction I need to go. This is the compassion I'm going to have for myself, because I'm not going to keep shortchanging myself by showing up less than, by making allowing other people to take from me what really wasn't theirs. And I'm tired of showing up in the old way. You're just tired of it. You're done with it. So what you're doing is running as fast as you can towards that self-love, and it bumps up another level to the Star. And the Star is coming home. It's becoming complete again. Those energies, the parts of yourself that you lost because of this old phase of yourself, they come back to you now. Whether that means your heart or your passion or your direction or your motivation, it comes back to you. And it was never gone. It's just, you were kind of off from it. So you start to feel whole again. It's this reuniting with yourself. So I just love this, So whatever these people are saying, just let them say it. You're going to get through the battle. It's not going to be that tough of a battle. It's not really that uphill. It's just a little bit, because there's something so wonderful waiting for you over here. Because a lot of you have been feeling pretty unenthusiastic, pretty unmotivated. And this puts you back in touch with it again. So let's jump right to your individual readings. I didn't mention I was going to do that, but that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to do individual readings for each sign. Thank you guys so much for the feedback. It really helps hearing from you. And we're going to keep doing this format until I get a message to do something else. So we are starting with Leo. Are we starting with Leo? Nope, we're starting with Sagittarius. Leo's got to wait, even though it's your birthday season this week. Okay. All right, we have the Eight of Pentacles going into the Three of Wands and ending in the Two of Cups. So we're talking about dedicating yourself into this new place that this relationship is taking you. Now, this can be the relationship with another person, with someone you would consider a soulmate, or it can be the relationship with yourself that you're taking to the next level. And these are kind of funny cards to have together because the pentacles are earth and they're grounded. The three of wands are fire. And so they're saying stay dedicated to that adventuring spirit, that spirit of travel, that spirit of going places that you're not used to going. And this is in the context of relationships. We're not always talking about journeying physically to new places. We're talking about going to different places that you can go to in relationships. Finding new little closenesses is what they're saying. Finding new little ways that you can be even closer with someone, that you can really be even closer with yourself. So it's really bringing the focus from out to very much in, to very much close. So this is not it's not the world traveling that would be so exciting to you. This is traveling within. This is traveling in a localized way, but it's just as interesting. It's just as fascinating because it's like you're delving into the world of yourself and you're really opening up these new pockets that you haven't seen before. And they want you to keep doing this again and again and again. So it's almost like you keep falling in love with different parts of yourself. I think for a lot of Sagittarius, your energy goes out, your focus goes out, you're always looking out. It's so expansive. And they're saying right now, take the journey in. Take the journey within to see all these interesting places so that you really start to expand from the inside out. You start to bring these things you're learning within yourself to share out with other people. So it's not just about excitement and finding these new things. It's about really getting in touch with what's going on inside, getting in touch with these little parts of yourself that you didn't know existed, because all of that eventually gets projected outwards. So it's kind of it's a very, like I said, it's a very strange reading for a Sagittarius because the Sagittarius is so out. But we're really talking about coming in, coming home, coming closer, coming close to home. So it's like journeying close to home. Home being yourself within the context of this relationship. Okay, we are shifting to Aries. Sorry, Leos, you guys are having to wait. We are going to do Aries first. I'm sorry, Aries next. I want 5 cards. They must have a lot to say to you. Okay, top 3 and middle 2. Whoa. Okay. Oh my God. This is hilarious. We have the King of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. This is the power couple of the tarot cards. We've got the Magician. We've got the Page of Swords. And we end in the Four of Pentacles. Oh my God, you guys, what are you doing? You are sweating the small stuff. You are very much sweating the small stuff, and you are not. I can't even talk because it's there's just like so much coming out. Let me slow down for a second. This Pentacles here, 4 of Pentacles, the energy of this card is holding, it's fear, it's greed, it's hanging onto something and keeping something in a box when that something just wants to explode. It's trying to keep something contained in a tiny space. And that is where you're ending up. And that is not where you're supposed to be ending up, but that is where you're ending up. I'm laughing because you've got everything. You've got the power, you've got the charisma, you've got the magnetism of these cards. You have the confidence and the manifestation of this card. You have the thought, the calm thought of this card, but this card is actually where we start to run into problems. So let me stop for a second. This, we're talking about leadership. When we see the King with the Queen, we're talking about the 2 sides of the fire signs, the masculine energy and the feminine energy. Excuse me for a second. Your 4 just fell on the floor. So this is not only having the vision, but knowing how to put that vision into action, the more practical. The Queen represents more practical aspect of it, but they're incredibly charismatic, they're incredibly visionary, and magnetic, warm, enthusiastic. I mean, this is like quintessential fire sign energy. When you think of a fire sign on their best day, these are your cards. Like the leaders, the cheerleaders, the enthusiastic motivators. This is you. And because you've got that fiery energy behind you, you're like, yes, I know which direction I need to go. And we've got the Magician, which is a 1. 1 is a leadership number as well. So it is the number that pushes you forward. And it pushes you forward in the direction you know you need to go, because you've got all this fire behind you. You've got the plan, you've got the action, you've got the vision. Now, you start to doubt it. Your mind starts to creep in and say, well, wait a minute. I've been too impulsive in the past. Maybe I'm not thinking this through all the way. Maybe I need to take a moment. Maybe I need to take a breath. Maybe this is not fully formed. And you shut down. You shut down the whole operation. Now, we just talked about at the beginning of the reading, we just talked about the fact that you're done with the past. You've decided you're going to go in a new way, and you're following your heart. You're following that self-love. You're following this new direction. You have got to trust this. There is so much in here telling you to be a leader, whether you're a man, a woman, both, I don't care. You've got 3 cards that are shouting leadership at you, and you are becoming small, and you are doubting yourself. And this is not what you need to do, because we'll look at it this way. 3 against 2, all right? Who's going to win? You got everything. You've got to be confident. You're not half-baked. This is ready to go. It's locked and loaded. Push it forward, because this is the time. All right? Enough of this pansing around and getting stuck on the earth. And I'm just laughing so hard, because whoever is doing this, you must be feeling extreme doubt, because this message is so strong that's coming through. And I just feel like I'm trying to jumpstart a semi, you know? So heed the message, do the thing. You're fine. You've got it. Okay? All right. Last but not least, our lovely Leos. And they're telling me to be gentler than I just was with the Aries. So I will be gentle. Okay. And this is a really nice message. I love this message. You got the Knight of Swords, 3 of Cups, and then the 10 of Cups. So emotionally, you're there. Emotionally, you're home. You've got your people around you. You've got the people that love you. My heart is just getting overwhelmed right now. It's just like things are right with the world. You're surrounded by the people that care about you. You're feeling whole in yourself. You're feeling contented with yourself, and things are better than they have been in a long time. And I can't emphasize this idea of wholeness enough. These 3 people are making one pearl, and these 2 people are making one. And so this idea of emotional contentment, both within yourselves and within your relationships, it's so strong, and your heart is just so open, and it's like doing this. It's vibrating in such a nice way. It's so happy. Your thoughts are going to try to sabotage that. They're going to try to tell you this is too good to be true. This is not lasting. It's so good right now because you're headed for a disaster. And no, okay? This is your mind looking for an argument. This is your mind looking for a chance to shut your heart down. This is your mind terrified that when your heart is so open, that good things are going to keep happening to you, because this is the start of something. We talked about that Ace of Swords in the first reading, in the group reading, the general reading that I did. The new direction that you're going, that finally puts your heart first, that finally puts you first. And this is the new place you're going to build your life from. So everything that comes to you, every opportunity, every chance for growth is coming because you put that heart in these relationships, and this feeling of content and bliss, and it's just like your heart's overflowing. That's what's creating a world now. And your ego is terrified, because where's the place for the ego in that? Where's the argument when your heart's so open that you're embracing everything? Where does your ego live? And so it's trying to make itself important. It's trying to puff itself up. But again, 2 against 1, who's going to win? So calm this guy down. Calm those thoughts down. Say, I hear you. I don't need you right now. I need thoughts that support the kind of environment I find myself in, because this is my life now. You are no longer my life. They don't go together. Do you see that? Like these two cards, they look nice together, kind of superficial, but the water flows together. This card, it just doesn't fit. So this is no longer you. This was never you, but it's no longer you anymore. When it crops up, just give it a nice kiss, but kiss it goodbye, because this is not you. Your heart is so much more open. It's just not going to accommodate this anymore. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great week.